Caitlin, and today we are going to use our scarves in the songs towards the end of story time. So please grab a scarf for those two songs. Are you ready to start story time? I hope so. Today we're going to begin by doing bread and butter. And remember to keep your nice steady rhythm as we clap our hands together. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as quiet as we can. Hello. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as loud as we can. Hello. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as low as we can. Hello. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as high as we can. Hello. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as fast as we can. Hello. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as slow as we can. Hello. Very good. Now, can't continue on without getting our fingers ready. We are going to do the itsy bitsy spider together. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain that washed the spider out. Out came the sun that dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. Let's learn about our letter of the day. Today's letter is the last letter in the alphabet. We made it all the way through. That letter is, of course, Z. Z sounds like this. Z, Z, Z. Z is the first letter in zipper. It's also the first letter in zoo and zoom. It's also the first letter in zebra, just like the pattern on my shirt. Can you think of any other words that start with the letter Z? Let's sing a song to go along with our letter of the day. Since today's letter is Z, and Z is the first letter in zoom, of course we have to sing zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to go to the moon. Now in order to do this, we're going to get our rocket ships ready. And our rocket ships are going to go like this. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Now it's time for a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Good job! Now let's do a second verse to this song. We're going to go have fun at the sun. Same movements, just different rhyme. Fun, 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 we're going to the sun. Fun, 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 we're going to the sun. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Fun, 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 we're going to the sun. Another countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Last time, we're going to go far to the stars, and this time we're going to count down from 10. Since we're going farther, we're going to need a bigger number to count down, right? Okay, here we go. Far, 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 we're going to the stars. Far, 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 we're going to the stars. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Far, 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 we're going to the stars. Down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Good job, astronauts! Let's read a book. Today we're going to read Zoo Day, a My First Experience book by Anne Rockwell and illustrated by Lizzy Rockwell. This is all about going to the zoo for the very first time. Do you notice? Zoo starts with Z. So does zebra. Huh. Here we go. So here's our family entering the zoo. On a sunny Saturday, I go to the zoo with my mother, father, and sister Lucy. It's my very first time here. Lucy's too. My father buys a ticket for each of us and a bag of popcorn to share. While we look at the map, I can hear roars and howls, chitter-chatter and songs, cries and squawks. I hold my father's hand right tightly because the roars make me a little nervous. But there's nothing to be worried about. And look, when you go to the zoo, you'll get a map that shows you where all the different animals are. First, we go into the jungle house to say hello to the monkeys. Look at all the different kinds of monkeys on this page. You'll likely see lots of different monkeys at the zoo when you go too. Next, we visit the gorilla forest. The big gorilla comes right up to the window. She stares at me so hard, I feel like I'm in the zoo and she's the visitor. It's really cool when you get to see the animals up close, but they can't get to you. At the African plain, we find a mother elephant and her baby. The baby elephant sticks very close to its mother. There are funny-looking ostriches, zebras, and giraffes munching leaves off the trees. So there's the elephant, and there's an ostrich. They're really big birds. They don't fly, they're too big. And here's our zebras with stripes like my shirt. Inside the grasslands building, I can see the big lion with its yellow mane. He looks sleepy and quiet, but all of a sudden, he opens his mouth and roars. Can you roar like a lion? Roar. It must be his nap time, Lucy says. I bet he's telling us to shush and let him sleep. Then we visit the reptile house. We see a giant boa constrictor and a tiny coral snake. The coral snake is very pretty, but very poisonous. There's a turtle swimming in the tank. I always like the reptile room. It's nice and cool. You get to see a lot of really nifty animals that I'd be too scared to go get close to in the wild. We walk along the shady path to where the polar bears live. Lucy loves polar bears. She has a big stuffed animal polar bear at home and it's her favorite toy. We love to watch polar bears in their underwater dance. We could watch them all day, but my father says, it's almost time, let's go. Underwater displays are really cool. Sometimes you get to watch otters or polar bears or other water-loving Animals doing their thing underwater. We hurry over to the big pond where the sea lions live. They're climbing on rocks and sliding off, and they're barking and splashing and grunting. Lucy laughs. They sound just like Roxy. Roxy is our pet beagle. Beagle is a type of dog. I laugh too. Have you ever heard a sea lion in real life? They sound kind of like this. So they do sound kind of like dogs. When the zookeeper comes to feed them, the sea lions gather around, barking even louder. She throws a shiny fish up in the air. A sea lion catches it and slaps his flipper on the rock. Another catches a fish and dives underwater. Now they're making me hungry, I tell my mom. Me too, she says. We sit at a picnic table and unpack our lunch. Just as soon as we finish, I hear a whistling sound. What's that, I wonder? We follow the sound to the birdhouse, but the birds aren't in cages. They're flying all over and all around us, but they don't fly out the door. Lucy and I hold up small cups of nectar. A parrot stands on my shoulder and takes a sip. I wish I could bring him home, but we can't bring home any of the animals we've seen. They need the special care, special food from the zookeepers. Just the same, Dad buys us 2 balloons, one with a polar bear for Lucy and one with a parrot for me to remember our day at the zoo. The end. Let's sing another song. This one is to the tune of The Wheels on the Bus, but it's called The Animals at the Zoo because, of course, we just read a book about going to the zoo. So the animals we're going to choose today are, let's see, lions, and snakes, and birds. Okay, so what does a lion say? Roar, right? And what does a snake say? Hiss. And what does a bird say? Tweet, tweet, tweet. Okay, so the song goes like this. The lions at the zoo go roar, 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 roar. Roar, 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 the lions at the zoo go roar, 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 at your local zoo. The snakes at the zoo go hiss, 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 hiss. The snakes at the zoo go hiss, 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 at your local zoo. The birds at the zoo go tweet, 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 tweet. Tweet, 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 the birds at the zoo go tweet, 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 at your local zoo. Good job. Can you think of any other animal noises that you might hear at the zoo? Now it's time to grab your scarves for the next 2 songs. First song we're going to do is Popcorn Kernels. Popcorn kernels, in the pot, in the pot. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, till they pop, till they pop. Good. And now we're going to do, we wave our scarves together. We wave our scarves together, we wave our scarves together, we wave our scarves together, because it's fun to do. We wave them all up high, we wave them all down low, we wave them in the middle, because it's fun to do. Now let's throw our scarves. We throw throw our scarves together. We throw our scarves together. We throw our scarves together. Because it's fun to do. We throw them all up high. We throw them all down low. We throw them in the middle. Because it's fun to do. Did you have fun? I hope so. So that's it for today's story time at home with the Livermore Public Library. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we say goodbye, let's sing one more song. We're going to sing Tickle the Clouds. Tickle the clouds.